that logo on the top, the Cambridge Satchel Company, it's still with us. You know, these bags have been sold in Harrods, Harvey Nichols, Lane Crawford, and Saks Fifth Avenue, the most amazing shops in the world. And that logo was created in word art. It was the morning that I had written down on I used to have those dodo diaries, you know, and I'd sort of write down children's dental appointments and what the dog was supposed to have learned that day, and my tasks. And it was like, name the company logo, and then there was something that was before lunch. And now I sort of realized that big companies, corporate companies, spend so much money on logos. They don't do their own logos. They get some kind of branding expert or branding agency who's somehow supposed to know more about their brand than they do. I'm not quite sure still how that's supposed to work. And they will spend like a month doing a logo. That logo took me 15 minutes. If you're going to set yourself a goal of starting a business, don't set your goal to be something that's doable. You know, set your goal to be something that will make you so happy that when you're banging your head against a wall at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, it'll keep you going. Because if you're looking at doing something that's sort of doable, but it's not exciting, you know, for me that wouldn't be enough to put up with some of the really crappy stuff I've put up with. We'd sold the vintage and the black, but the time came when I needed to have satchels in a particular colour that wasn't just readily available. And that felt like a real risk, because you need 500 square foot of leather to be dyed in a colour. And if it's a really manky colour, you're not going to sell it. And I've never borrowed money. I've never been overdrawn. That 600 has fueled all of this. I had an investment later on, but I can touch on that. But up until this point, it was still all being fueled by the £600. And I wanted to have another colour. And so to take some of the risk out of it, because risk isn't great, so to take some of the risk out of it, I ran a competition with What I Wore blog. And it said, if you go to the Cambridge Satchel website, which was pretty dodgy because I'd written it, and go to the Cambridge Satchel website, tell us your favourite bag and your favourite colour, what you would wear with it and where you would go, and what colour you would like to see available that they don't have. And she had so many responses, and the prize was a bag. And so this was a really low-cost way of doing market research. Not as low cost as going to the Business and IP Centre, which is free and has £5 million worth of resource, but I didn't know about that. But for me, this was a really great, because this was my market. These were the people that were interested in the bags. This isn't wasting money, paying a market research firm to have people outside Asda with a clipboard asking people that really don't care. You know, this is your market, and it didn't cost anything. It cost one bag. The rule that we have for collaborations is we only work with people that we completely respect and completely trust. And we work with people that you try to sound really calm when you take the phone call. And you're like, oh, yes, I think we could do that. And you're sort of going like, ah, so good. And then put the phone down and want to just run around the office sort of screaming. We had one of those moments that George Michael wanted to buy a load of bags off us, and it's like, oh, all right, you work for George Michael, okay. I put the phone down, and I was like, George Michael! When you feel like that, that's something you should be doing, and it'll push your brand forward, and it's right, it's in the spirit of the brand. If you're slightly unsure, then my advice would be just to be really strong, be really brave, and leave it. You know, businesses who start up using the resources that are here, for the most part freely available or really heavily subsidized, are 4 times more likely to succeed than businesses that don't.